Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Divine. All right, man, before we get to this video, make sure you like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. But without further ado, let's get up into it. All right, man, so real quick, I know this is a little bit different than what I normally would do, because I know it's time I always talk about football and stuff like that. But I really wanted to talk about 2K sometimes, you know, like the small attention to detail, you know. So make sure you sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because you know how I do. But yeah, so I remember 2K9 coming out. That was when Kevin Garnett, not Durant, but Kevin Garnett was on the cover. And I remember when it was my birthday. I came out of the barbershop and my cousin was in town and he was like, yo, what's up, Jess? I was like, what's up? Come on, let's take a ride. So I took a ride or whatever, and we went up to GameStop. And at that time, I think 2K dropped maybe a few days after. I'm not sure when it dropped, but I know it was around my birthday, and I think 2K had just dropped. So so my cousin, he took me to GameStop and went in there. He was like, he walked me to the wall, PS3. He was like, all right, take a pick. So I was like, okay. So of course, you know, I played the demo the day before or whatever, and he was like, I picked up 2K9. He's like, that's what you want? I was like, yeah. So because I already had Madden, and so I got it. I was like, cool, appreciate it, cuz, you know, no problem. You know, we family, you know, happy birthday. So went home, unpacked it. You know how it is when you unravel that shrink wrap. So so I went in there, you know, started playing it for the time being because it was new, it was innovative. You know what I'm saying? Because 2K8, 2K9, there was a gradual leap, a big leap in graphics, controls, gameplay, and so on and so forth. So I kept playing it more and more. I really loved it. Then some time goes on and 2K10 drops. Now 2K10 I got for Christmas. Whatever, I forgot what year that was, but 2K10 came out and I got that for Christmas. So I played that, and then, you know, it was like I said, it was different from the graphics to the lighting at that time. Just, you know, the innovation that 2K was always pushing out, the little attention to detail from LeBron doing the chalk clap, and at that time when he was doing, he was biting his fingernails, 2K had that in there. You had Dwight Howard in there with both of his arm sleeves and the Superman that he does, you know, from the chalk clap to you got Kobe doing his signature on his on the sideline, you know, just different stuff like that they paid attention to. But one of the things that I've never really paid attention to until some time back was the step back. Now, at that time, the step back was used, it was called pro hop at the time. So step back or pro hop, the pro hop back, of course, the step back was with triangle. So on 2K9, when you did it, you could do the step back, but it was like a step back, pause, and then you go for the shot. So it was like two separate animations. So it was step back, stop, and then shot, right? Now in 2K10, one thing that really tripped me out a lot, because of course in the NBA, if you watch a lot of basketball, you know, step back is one of the most common ways of scoring, especially when you try and get your man off balance. Everybody does it. You see it now. That was always the common way of scoring, especially when you had a man on you. So in 2K10, I noticed that whenever you did the step back and you went to a shot, it was so seamless. Everything from the step back to where the guy positioned his feet, everything was so seamless, and that felt so satisfying to me. That was one of the things that, like, I couldn't get over. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was always 2K pay attention to the most minute details, and it made the game stand out that much more from the previous iteration. Now around this time, I'm talking about, you know, Gen 5 and Gen 4, you know, it can be, you know, so sometimes. You can probably tell the difference from maybe current gen to next gen, but sometimes, you know, it can be, you know, it's you know what I mean? But 2K9 and 2K10, you saw that there was a different change of course for the for as far as the you know, the gameplay goes. But that step back alone, is what really said, man, 2K is really on their job. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if you look at 2K9 and then you look at 2K10, as far as the step back goes, you see that there's a stark difference, and 2K really paid attention to that. Shoot, fun fact, I remember this is when I was playing online head-to-head, and I remember I had the Cavaliers, because Cavaliers is what I was running with at the time, because the Rockets were on their way out. 2K, I would say 2K6 all the way up to 2K8, maybe 2K9, but 2K8 is when I used the Rockets. But 2K9, the Rockets was kind of going through a rebuild. No, I take it back. 2K9, I was using the Rockets, but then when they got to 10, they were kind of going through a rebuild, so they weren't as dominant as it was, you know, previously. So I started using the Cavaliers and LeBron and Mo Williams and Goskis, and I think Shaq was with him at the time. So anyway, so I remember playing this guy online, and I think he had me down by 1 point. I think he either had me down by 1 point or 2, I forget. And I think I still have the clip. I'm not sure if I can find it. I don't think I do. I might. I don't know. But I had LeBron, and it had been 5 seconds on the time clock. This was fourth quarter. I was down by 1, and I'll never forget. I gave LeBron the ball. Gave him the ball, kicked it to him and bounded. Got down the court as fast as I could within 5 seconds, whatever 5 seconds could do me run down the court. And foolish on the guy, he didn't do full court press. So I run down the court, do a crossover. No, either I do a left crossover to right, the left hand crossover to the right, or whatever I did. But I did a crossover, and I did a step back. I did a step back with LeBron, and like I said, it was so seamless. Step back, pull up for the jumper, and then I don't know why 2K had this weird tail in the game where sometimes if a shot was going in, it would skip a little bit, and then it'd be a straight net. I don't know why. The game had its tail when it was about to go in. So all I know is I did step back, smooth step back, pulled up. Mind you, LeBron had the best 3-ball, but if you could time it, if your release was good and it was in his range, she said, swap, all net, game over. Dude was heartbroken. I was so hyped. I ran through the house screaming. You would have thought somebody was dead. I ran through the house screaming. Boy, I was so lit. You know what I mean? But that was the time where the step back and the fluidity between a step back going to a jumper was so smooth that it helped me to win the game. You know what I mean? And at the same exact time, you know, with moves being at your arsenal and helping you get to the extra, get the extra cushion so you can get the basket, that helps a lot, especially against a user. But other than that, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, man. Let's have a little discussion, man. Appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on the channel, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.